If you've ordered the Trim Healthy Mama Starter Book and you've read through it and you're still a little bit confused, today I'm going to help make things a little bit easier by going over the program very simplified. This is simple explanation that I needed for myself. So I kind of wrote it down when I first started the program. And once you kind of get the hang of it, it works out really great. So what is Trim Healthy Mama? Well, I could call it a diet. I could call it a lot of things, but really it's basically a lifestyle change in a way of eating that is going to help you not only lose your weight, but maintain your weight for life. So I'm sold on it. I've lost close to 20 pounds. It's been just a great ride for me so far. This program really allows you to just do whatever you want. You could go as slow or as fast as you want. You're not like beat up every time you eat something that's a little bit off plan or points or what have you. This really is designed so that if you want to lose a pound a month or 10 pounds a month, however you want to do it into your lifestyle, this is the program for you. So the starter book is great. It kind of breaks down exactly what Trim Healthy Mama is. And when you're in the losing weight mode, you're basically going to stick to just 2 or 3 of these meal plans. So before we break down the meals, let's just go over the top 3 or 4 basic things you want to remember while staying on the diet. The first thing is protein. So although this is not really considered a keto diet, it is a low glycemic index diet. So one of the main things that they talk about through the starter book is that you have protein in every meal, whether it's an S or an E or whatever it is that you're eating. You want to focus on having protein at every meal. Now, this can be any kind of protein, whether it's meat or beans, legumes, whatever you do for your protein powder, but you want to have protein at every meal. Secondly, the meals are broke up into 2 different kinds of meals. One concentrates more on fats, the other concentrates more on carbs. So if you have higher fats, you're going to have lower carbs. If you have higher carbs, you're going to have lower fats. That's it in a nutshell. It is so simple once you get the hang of that. Now, the third thing that they talk about in the starter book is that you really should be eating every 3 to 4 hours. Now, in my situation, I'm not eating big meals every 3 to 4 hours. I don't traditionally eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner just because it works better if I have my main meal around 3. But I do have a snack around 6:30 before I go to bed, but it's not a full meal. An S meal, you're going to have up to 10 net carbs and no limit on fats. Wow, I could do a lot with that. So an example of that would be having a nice big juicy steak, maybe with some broccoli that you've air fried or some cauliflower. Just any type of a yummy meal that has maybe a little bit more fat, maybe put a little bit of butter on that steak. It's going to be good. An E meal is going to be an energizing meal. So you want to focus on more net carbs or more carbs than you do fat. So no more than 5 grams of fat in the E meal and up to 45 net carbs. So you can really do a lot with that kind of a meal. If you are looking at how much fat that would contain, it's about a teaspoon of fat in an E meal. And that's it in a nutshell. This starter book is really all you need for like the first 30, even the first 60 days. I bought a cookbook with mine, but the starter book actually has lots of really good recipes. I've actually got a couple of the dishes that I've made and done videos on in some of my videos online, and I'll link a few of those at the end of my video today, just so you can get some ideas of things to eat. But Trim Healthy Mama is just great. The starter book also gives you a list for each of the meals. What are like non-starchy vegetables? What are healthy vegetables? What are things you should kind of stay away from? And the other thing that's really important to remember on this diet is that you're really cutting out sugar completely. You can have artificial sweeteners. My artificial sweetener that I love and I actually like more than sugar is monk fruit sweetener. But you can have erythritol, you can have stevia on this. So look into that, whatever it is that you like. If you're a sugar junkie, there's a lot of good things on the market now which are great substitutes for sugar. And the second most important thing when it comes to things to cut out, I hate to use those words, but is bread. You're not really going to be eating a lot of white flour anymore. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't still have grains. You can. So there are a couple different kinds of bread. If you're a bread person like me, you can still have sourdough in small amounts. They tell you in the book how much you can have. And the other thing is sprouted grains. Now they have a few off brands at Aldi or other stores, but one of the ones that they talk about in the starter book is the Ezekiel bread. That's made from sprouted grains, so it is processed and metabolized different in your system. So it's a great way to get through this process of losing weight. It is not an easy job, but I'll be honest with you, this is like one of the few things that I've tried that's really been successful for me over the last 5 or 10 years. It's just been a really good way to do this. I found in the past I have done keto and I've lost weight, but I've gained it right back because they cut out so many things, and then the minute that you go off of it, you're kind of in trouble. And I think what I've learned more with this Trim Healthy Mama is that, you know, this is like a long-term way of eating. I love the fact that they're giving you different ways to make your food. Instead of a traditional meatloaf, they give you a meatloaf recipe that's amazing. It's out of this world. They give you ideas on how to have desserts and puddings and cakes and whatever your fancy is, you can have those things. You just have to figure out a different way to cook them, to make them, to eat them in moderation. And I think the program I'd give it an A+. I really like it. Now that I've kind of learned some of the recipes and I've been on the diet over a month and I'm consistently losing weight, I think the next few videos that I do over the next week or two, I'm going to be doing like a what I eat in a day or what I eat in a week. I'm going to try to do some of those things to help you if you're starting Trim Healthy Mama. If you haven't purchased the book already and you're looking to lose weight or even maintain weight with a diet program that's really good and really just a fantastic program, look into the Trim Healthy Mama. I have this book as well as the cookbook in my Amazon store, link below. So if anyone's interested, check it out and give it a try. I'd be interested to hear how anybody else is doing on the program. If you have any recipes you'd like to share or things that are your favorite things to eat on Trim Healthy Mama, please share them in the comments below. I could use all the help I could get. So thank you for watching today. I hope that this video has inspired you in any way. If you're trying to figure out what you want to do, even to prepare for the holidays, maybe you're not interested in losing weight. You just don't want to put on that normal 15 pounds that you normally put on. So this might be an option for that too. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please consider subscribing. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring the bell for future notifications. Are you interested in winning a brand new Presto canner? If so, go ahead and email me at the link above. Let me know you're interested in the drawing. If I hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, December 31st, 2024, I'm going to give away a brand new Presto canner to one lucky winner.